couple things I want to get you up to speed on in the Latah County Jail. A source with knowledge of Bryan Kohberger in that facility says that he eats alone in his cell every single meal, while the other inmates all eat together and then sleep together in their pods. Food apparently is quite good at this jail. The portions are small. Many of the inmates say they're left hungry, and so they have to turn to the unhealthy stuff in the commissary. Would Bryan Kohberger do that with all his fitness goals? Don't know about that. They say the company makes the food fresh for the jail, and that the vegan meals, which is what Kohberger has asked for, are mostly vegetables. Sometimes they're beans and rice. As for BK's cell, Kohberger's cell has his own TV. We've told you about that. We also told you that he had to call out to have the channel changed, but we're getting a lot more clarification about that. He does not have to do that. No, he's got his own remote. The other guys who all share a pod and share a TV, they have to agree on it, and the channel has to get changed. But he gets his own remote in one of those isolated 4 cells for the max lockup people. He's one in those 4 cells, and the other 3 are empty so far. Could change it any day. And his cell actually has bars on it. A lot of max jails now have like heavy doors, but his are like old school. He's got bars, so he looks out every day at his reality. Bars, behind bars. He has a little bit more privacy than the other guys because, again, they're all in one place and he's in his own. But he does get headphones, and that's so that when he makes calls, he can have privacy. And the other inmates also get headphones so that when they have their calls, they can have privacy too. As for his demeanor, the source says he says very little. He's cooperative. He can be heard saying yes, no, and thank you every time he comes in and leaves his cell. Whenever he leaves his cell, he is forced to put his hands up on the wall. That's how they do the search. When he leaves the cell, hands on the wall, full search. When he comes back to the cell, hands on the wall, full search. And guess what? We know what he did today. Bryan Kohberger made his choice. He decided to go outside today. But he also got a shot at the library. And I'm going to explain that because our senior national correspondent, Brian Entin, has been figuring out all the protocols with how you can make your choices and get that 1 hour of exercise outside, but still maybe get a little bit of time on the inside in the library. So, Brian, how is his day organized and how does he make the choices?
Yeah, so it's our understanding that early in the morning, they have a choice whether to go outside or into the library. And it's interesting, we've been calling it a library the last couple of days, but we keep learning more and more from sources about exactly what goes on in this jail. It's actually more of a multi-purpose room, Ashleigh. So there's also a washer and dryer in that multi-purpose room, and then the library is actually a full wall of books within the multi-purpose room. Many of those books donated by people on the outside, we're told. But in this library / multi-purpose room, that's where they will have church services, that mass that we've reported that Kohberger sometimes goes to on Sundays. They also have recovery meetings in that room.
Okay, so at 7 a.m., he has to sign up and make his choices for the early morning quick visit, whether it's outside or to the library, and then he gets the 1 hour outside of the library. But talk to me a little bit about that outside rec area. I have this vision of what the movies have, this giant, rec yard where all the prisoners are on benches and working out and everything, and that is not this place.
No, and anytime you have a vision from a movie about a jail or prison, just erase it out of your mind when it comes to this Kohberger situation. Because, again, having been there, very small town, very small courthouse, and then this very, very small jail right underneath the courthouse. And that extends out to this little, very small outdoor area. It's basically just a concrete slab, Ashleigh. It's about 12 by 34 feet. We're told that when Kohberger chooses to go outside, that he is alone by himself outside. If you're just a regular inmate, you may go out in groups of 3 or so. And then remember, this is Idaho, so the weather can change, drastically by the week. It can be 10 degrees outside. It could be 50 degrees. They're expecting snow later this week. So the inmates don't always go outside, but we're told sometimes Kohberger does make the choice to go outside.
Yeah, hard to believe. Like, all they get out there is wall ball with something that looks like a racquetball, a little bigger than a tennis ball, I'm told. But that's it. Like, there's no equipment. There's nothing. It's just a concrete slab. And then there's these privacy panels to make sure that people in the sidewalk can't see what's going on inside that rec yard. I wanted to add something here, Bryan, and that is that with the TV that he has in his cell, the source told us that there's a decent amount of basic cable channels and then a few extra, but no streaming at all. So you can imagine that every chance you would get, 23 hours a day in your cell, eating your meals alone in there, you'd want to take advantage of every morning opportunity to go to the rec yard or the library, and every 1 hour opportunity too. But that multi-purpose room is interesting, that library. Lots of books there?
Yeah, an entire wall full of books, we're told. A lot of books, a wide variety. We're told that many were donated by family members of previous prisoners and that they've been left there. And that it's quite extensive. But again, it's not really like a library like you would think of a library. Again, it's more of a multi-purpose room. There's the washer and dryer. There's a pull-up bar in that room. And that's also where they have the meetings and the church services.
Right, and I'm told also a dip bar, so pull-ups and dips in the library where you do the church service and also the recovery, maybe addict services as well. It certainly is a multi-purpose. Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find NewsNation on your television provider, and don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.